sad day today.
Yep.
Off to Bangkok Airport. Going home to the UK.
Yeah.
So she's goodbye time. So we just have a moment in the lobby.
Lovely. That's tough. Just family is everything. Comes before everything. Give me a minute. It just brings it crashing back down to earth, doesn't it? That, you know, I've just come back to the apartment and it's now empty again. You know, and I mean, even in London, I lived alone I lived alone. And I was there in Docklands for 6 years in that apartment. And you get used to being on your own, and you got to love your own company. It's so important to love yourself and be okay with having yourself as, you know, the company for when people are not there. It's very important. I don't want this video to be all doom and gloom and, you know, get all sad and everything, but it's just so important. It just reminded me of mental health, that, you know, mental health that we all have, but we all deal with it so differently. You know, I've been on my own in Thailand now for 5 months. So, you know, to have people come and stay that are close to you is everything. Absolutely everything. And I understand that people don't have family or close family, or, you know, but it includes close friends as well. If you don't have family, you know, keep those people close to you. Always stay in contact with them. It's so important. And I understand that sometimes we're not in a great place, so you tend to distance yourself from other people. And I get that. I've done that myself. But, you know, you just got to remember that you're never alone in this world. There's always someone you can talk to, lean on, you know, just be with, you know. And it just really hit home when I said my goodbyes, and then I come back and then there's that silence. It's tough. And another reason really why it's so important to, you know, always remember saying to my dad, you know, I'm going to be the best person I can be. I wish I was half the person my dad was, because he was just a one-off, a gentleman through and through. So, you know, I always say to my children, be the best person you can be, whether that be personal life, work, socially, just whatever makes you comfortable, to be the best person you can be. So important, because, you know, we get one crack at this, and just enjoy what you have. Make the most of everything. Embrace everything. Learn. Always learn. You know, we make mistakes. There's things that happen that are out of our control, but we're learning, and we're being better every day. You know, live today, and tomorrow's a gift. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow until tomorrow comes. This video was going to be say my goodbyes, and I was going to go and do my normal day in the life in Thailand, just going about my business. But I thought it was important just to not do that and just carry on from the goodbyes to my daughter, and just remind people, you know, love and be loved. That's all I've ever wanted. And when you have those people that are close to you in your heart, whether they're family or not, it's very important to keep them close, to keep in contact, and just always be there. You know, we've had an amazing 2 weeks, but I didn't want my daughter to leave. She didn't want to leave. But there comes a time where, unless she stays, which would be right up her street actually, Mia would fit in very well here. We met some lovely people. They had a fantastic time, both Mia and Jake, while they were here, and just good times. Yeah, so really this video is embrace what you have, live for today. Tomorrow's a gift. You know, if tomorrow comes, then we live for that day, and then the next day is another gift. And it's a gift that keeps on giving, because there's nothing better than life. And if you're in a place where you say life sucks, you need to, not need, I don't like that word need, but maybe look at why you think that. And kind of embrace that and ask yourself why. Why does it suck? Because whatever sucks, you can change that. If you've had, bad news, whatever the case may be, I understand you can't change the news, but you can change how you feel about it. And moving forward, I've always tried to be as positive as I could and as I can, whatever the circumstance, because whatever life throws at us, whether we can control that or not, what we can control is how we deal with it. So, guys, just a touching video, really. That wasn't that wasn't a staged goodbye at all, because that would be wrong on all accounts, completely wrong. That's not nice. So I said to my daughter, look, I'm gonna just put the camera here, I'm gonna press record, and we're just gonna do what we always do that comes natural. So we're not doing anything we wouldn't have done. That was an emotional goodbye. I might get comments saying, why did you put that on there of you crying, saying goodbye? Well, I want everything to be real. My channel has always been honest, and that's how I feel about my family, and as it should be. So anyway, guys, love to Mia. Safe journey back, darling. Luke, Mum, and my sis. And I'll see you on the next one.